Good morning, students. Welcome to Science video class. We are learning Science Chapter 9 Living Organism Characteristics and Habitat Part 4. This is the last part in this lesson. Today, I am going to explain about aquatic habitat and its adaptation and living organism characteristics. What is meant by aquatic habitat? The plants and animals that live in water are said to be aquatic habitat. Can you give some examples of plants and animals which lives in water? Yes, lotus, lily, fish, whales, dolphins are few examples of aquatic habitat. So these plants and animals are having some special features which helps them to live in water. We are going to learn about their adaptation. First, I am going to explain about adaptation of aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are divided into three types: floating plants, fixed plants, and submerged plants. First, I am going to explain about floating plants. Some plants float in water. The leaves are spongy and air filled inside the leaves, which helps in floating. Okay, the roots are not developed. Flowers and leaves remains above the water. Examples of floating plants are duckweed and water hyacinth. Next, about fixed plants. The flowers and leaves of these plants float on water, but their stems are long, thin, and the leaves are big and round. Roots fixed into the soil under the water. The leaves have a waxy coating on them to prevent them from rotting. Some examples of fixed plants are water lily, lotus. Next, about submerged plants. The leaves of submerged plants are thin and narrow. They can bend and move easily in the flowing water. Examples of submerged plants are Hydrilla and Vallisneria. Can you understand the adaptation of aquatic plants? Okay. Next, I am going to explain about aquatic animals. I am going to explain the adaptation of fish and frog. Already I explained about adaptation of fish in part 1 video. Once again, let me recall the adaptation of fish. In fish, body shape of fish is streamlined and it has fins and tails to change direction. Do you know what is mean by streamlined body? The center part will be broader and the two ends will be tapered. Okay, and the scales protect the internal organ and gills helps to breathe. Understood the adaptation of fish? Next, about frog. Frog lives both in land and in water. The webbed feet of frog helps in swimming and lungs helps for respiration on land and moist skin helps to respire in water. Their strong back legs help in leaping and catching the prey. We can see large variety of animals found in the sea and ocean. Can you name some animals? Yes, fish, dolphins, whales, etc. Sea animals like dolphins and whales do not have gills. They breathe through nostrils or blowholes. Blowholes are present on the upper parts of their heads. This allows them to breathe air when they swim near the surface of water. They can stay inside water without breathing for a long time. When they need to breathe, they come out on the surface. Understood the adaptation of aquatic plants and animals? Okay. Next, I am going to explain about the characteristic features of living organism. I am going to explain 7 characteristic features of living organism. First, all living beings need food. If we don't take food for long, we may feel weak. We need energy to perform various activities during the day. We get this energy from the food we take. Plants also need food. Plants do not eat food like us and animals. They make their food from carbon dioxide in the air and water in the presence of sunlight. Plants are called producers or autotrophs, which means the plant make their food themselves, are called producers or autotrophs. Next characteristics of living organism is living beings respire to get energy. We cannot live without breathing. Close your nose with your finger for a while. Are you comfortable? No. When your nose is open, you take in air and also you can breathe out air, right? The process of inhaling, that is taking in air, and exhaling, that is breathing out air, is called breathing. During breathing, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide are thrown out, is called external respiration. Breathing is fast when we run, jump, or doing some exercise. All living beings need energy for their activities. This energy comes from the food. The process of producing energy from the food due to its reaction with oxygen is called respiration. Plants takes in carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen. Animals and plants lives in water, breathe air dissolved in water. Understood? Next, living being excrete body waste. During digestion and respiration, some waste are produced inside the body. These waste products are thrown out of the body in the form of urine, sweat, exhaled air, and fecal matter. The process by which a living body throws out the waste products produced inside the body is called excretion. Plants excrete water vapor through small pores on their leaves. Understood how living organism excrete body waste? Okay. Next, living organism respond to stimuli. Living organism can feel. As a result, all living organism respond to stimuli such as temperature, touch, light, sound, smell, etc. For example, if you happen to touch a hot object, you withdraw your hand, right, because of high temperature of the hot object. So here the hot object is stimulus and the quick withdrawal of your hand is the response. Animals become active on seeing the food. Here the food is the stimulus, the behavior of the animal is its response. The increased secretion of saliva on seeing your favorite food is the response to the flavor of the food. A bright flash of light makes you close your eyes, right? Here light is the stimulus. So living organism, because of stimuli, it respond to it. Okay, plants also respond to stimuli. The leaves of the plant touch me not, droop on touching them. The tip of the shoot moves towards light. The movement of the plant towards light is called phototropism. Phototropism is the response of plants towards light which act as a stimulus. Next, living organism reproduce. All living beings produce young ones of their own kind is called reproduction. Different organisms reproduce in different ways. Humans and animals such as cow, buffalo, dog, cat reproduce by giving birth to their babies. Frogs, snakes, pigeon, hen, fish, birds reproduce by laying eggs. Plants also reproduce. A mango seed produces mango plant, right? So next, living organism can grow. You must have seen a small plant growing into a tree in few years. A puppy grow into a dog. All living organisms need food to grow. Animals grow up to certain age, whereas plants grow throughout their lives. Understood? Next, living organisms show movement. All living organisms move. The movement may occur in the whole body of the organism or in certain parts. The movement of an organism from one place to another is called locomotion. Locomotion involves walking, running, etc. The change in the position of any part of the body with respect to its axis is called movement. Example, when you agree or disagree with someone, you shake your head. This shaking of head is called movement of head. In plants, we can see some movement, bending of a stem towards sunlight, movement of roots vertically down towards the earth, flowering and seed germination in plants. Okay, so these are all the some movement we can see in living organism. Some non-living things also show movements. Car, bicycle, clock, river. Do this show all the characteristics of living organism? No, non-living things may not show all these characters. Understood, children? So here we learned the characteristics of living organism. Total 7 characters I said. First one, living organism need food. Then it shows growth. Then it respires. And then it respond to stimuli. Okay? And living organism excretes. Then living organism reproduce, and then living organism shows movement. So these are all the characteristics of living organism. Understood, children? The lesson gets over. We learned what is mean by habitat and adaptation of plants and animals in terrestrial and aquatic habitat. Then we learned about characteristics of living organism. Complete book exercise page number 93. Write in your homework note. In last video also I ask you to write homework in your homework note, right? Some extra question I have given. So now you need to write the book exercise. Okay, refer page number 93, read that lesson, find answer and write in your homework note. Okay, children, bye.